Hi, I'm Coach Katrina Christian, and I got next.
You next up and you ain't been on Sports Like Talk. Like, what are you doing? Hey, you better hit them up. Look, you breaking next and you up next. Keys and queens go hard. Rise and star on the big scene. Make them know who you are. You don't break a sweat. Don't settle for less. They put you through that test. Your resume that flex. Who got next? Who got next? SLT, ready, set, go. Who got next? Who got next? Living my dreams and all your goals. Who got next? Who got next? You can ask B. Jones or head coach. Who got next? Who got next? You next up, so here's my vote. Chill.
Go SLT Nation. Welcome back to another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next, a platform that gives exposure to the voices of tomorrow. It is the year of the Mamba, and KT and I, we are going all across this great country, and we're going in our communities, and we're finding rising superstars who are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. And today, that big dream coming is just a miscongeniality, just a gorgeous package, ladies and gentlemen. We got the ever so talented, one of the dopest coaches we've had the opportunity to meet in person. Y'all, she is in her second year of coaching. She is just not cracking the surface, but she is already making some noise. From Rogers State alumni, Cartersville, Indiana, stand up for one of your very own, the newest assistant coach at Oklahoma Christian, Katrina Christian. Now, Coach, I've been waiting all day to ask you this. So, since your last name is Christian, you're at Oklahoma Christian, are you saying that you got some ownership rights in OC University? I mean, what's going on with that, Coach?
Hey, listen, I say that all the time. I say it might as well be Katrina Christian University. I say that all the time. I love this place. I came here first year, made my little mark, so might as well put a little bit like Katrina right under.
That's what we're going to do. That's what today is going to be. KCU in the building. This is your first time rocking with KT and I. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I am your host, the mouth of the South, B. Jones, the OG, all things Louisiana. Put your L's up. Mr. Yeet is in the building, and I'm rocking alongside my brother from another mother, the other side of the You Got Next logo, the Quiet Storm. Shh. All facts, no cap. The head coach, KT. Kev, how you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling great, B. Jones, but this shouldn't be their first time rocking with us.
This
isn't our first trip down there.
We've been to this neck of the woods before. Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
Had Coach Chris Garcia on the show, so hey, they should already be rocking with us. But to answer your question, B. Jones, I'm doing great. How can you not be great when you see her smile, B. Jones? She just lights up the whole room. So let's go. Let's turn it.
Kevin, I couldn't find a bad picture. Coach, I was like, Lord, where's the ugly pictures of Coach? I need the one where she just woke up with the gunk in her eyes. Coach, we need you to take. She like, nah, you ain't catching them. I ain't got no bad pictures out there. You model ready. You stay model ready, Coach. But you know what? You might stay model ready, but you're not Sports Life Talk ready, Coach. Welcome to the Moment of Truth. This is a segment of the show where we're going to get to know you in a very unique icebreaker. That's right, our version of two truths and a lie. The rules are super simple, Coach. You got 3 facts about yourself. You give us those 3 facts, and Kevin and I will have exactly 60 seconds max to work as a team and try to see if we can figure out through the art of deduction and figure out which one of your truths is not a truth at all. Coach, now, in the spirit of transparency, truthfulness and honesty, we ain't good at this game yet. But when we get the goddess Aphrodite on the show, somebody who look like they're a cosmetics model, we gotta show up and show out for this one, Coach. All right, give us your 3 facts.
All right, so I have an all-white family. I like cats. My favorite food is seafood.
Yeah, her favorite food, seafood.
I don't know, B. Jones, because you said I got to make this one spicy.
Yeah. Which way you go? I say she don't like cats, man.
Well, let's go with that one. Let's go with the cats.
Coach Christian, we're going to say that you don't like cats. You don't own no cats. Coaches don't own pets, KT. The new coaches don't. The new coaches don't own pets. So, Coach, we're going to say number 2 was a lie. You tell us which one was not the truth.
Y'all are correct. I'm a dog girl.
All right, y'all, before every show, we're about to take y'all on a crazy journey. It's going to be a long ride, but we're going to have some good tunes to rock to. But since we traveling, you know what you got to do. The SLT road trip. Take your right hand. Come on, Coach Christian. Lift up your right hand loud and proud. Reach over your left shoulder. Grab that seatbelt and buckle up. Click, clack. Let's go. It is time. This is what we need to do though. OC, this is our second time being at Oklahoma Christian, and we need y'all to show us some love. This is a call to action. That's right. Bring, bring, bring. It's you on the other end. I need you to pick up right now and do 4 unique things to help us to take this show to a whole nother level. And y'all probably know what these are. Number 1, stay to the end of this video. As a matter of fact, if you got to use the bathroom, let it roll, and then just come back and watch the parts you missed on a second time over. And the number 2, we need you to hit that like button with the spirit of conviction. I'm talking about show Mark Zuckerberg and Elon Musk what's cracking as this show just bubbles all the way up to the top. Number 3, now Coach Katrina, I don't know, for those of you who are watching this right now, y'all know I'm telling the truth. She was an absolute bucket, a monster when she was on that basketball court. Yeah, we had to dig in archives. We saw some footwork. We saw some techniques, and this young lady can pass that rock. We need all of y'all to become assist guides like Coach Katrina, and we need y'all to share this show with your teammates in life. That's right. Share it and pass it along. Hit that share button and drop this link. And last but not least, as you see, we gonna have a good time, but me and KT, we go OT on this show. 1,000% energy, and we got over 600 shows. We need y'all to smash that subscribe button. That's right. Become a part of the SLT tribe and vibe, whatever you want to call it, because we keep it live. All right, Coach Katrina, is OC gonna rock with us?
Oh, we locked in. We got this.
All right. Y'all heard her. She told you with that smile, with that maybe it's Maybelline. She told y'all to smash that subscribe button. Here we go on the count of 3. Let's do it like we true to it. 1, 2, 3. Boo! Yeah! Oh my goodness! I know, and y'all Christians too at OC, and they'll know we are Christians by our love, by our love. Let's go! Y'all know what y'all got to do. Smash that subscribe button. If you did, KT and I, we don't do followers, we don't do fans. We leave that to all the other podcasts. We do family on this show. So you're welcome to the Sports Light Talk family. Now, Coach KC, what is the emoji of the show? We want everybody out there that's watching that hit subscribe to throw an emoji in the chat. So you tell us, what is the emoji of the show?
Let's see. Y'all can put a little eagle in there.
Oh my good! I like that. I like that, Kevin. It's the first eagle too. I don't think anybody else has been that creative. So throw us an eagle in the chat if you hit that subscribe button, or if you shared this show. Just to let us know that you showed us some support, so KT and I can reach out. What we gonna tell them, KT?
First of all, B. Jones, I'll make sure everybody out there we're not canceled. But thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody love cats, but we know that black people don't like cats as much. So we assuming it was that other side of wait, we got to talk about that here in a second. You said all white family. We're gonna talk about that in just 1 second. But Coach, before we get to your story, we got to take you through the Sports Life Talk initiation.
Ooh, I'm ready. Here we go.
All right, Coach. To initiate you into the SLT family, you got to give us your top 5 music artists.
Woo! Okay. Y'all, listen, y'all know I'm a Christian. I need y'all to know that. Back in the day, you know, I'm rocking with a little bit of Drake.
You had to let us know. You still believe in the Lord.
I still believe in the Lord. I might rock a little bit of Drake. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But nah, I'll say right now what I'm listening to, a little Tasha Cobbs, catching the Holy Ghost. I would say I listen to a lot of Maverick City music.
Love Maverick City.
Love Maverick City. I would say Tamala Man. I'm listening to a little bit of her. I was catching the Ghost last night. Listening to Change Me. Don't even get me started. Anyways, I might have to go with some Marvin Sapp.
Dang. Never would have made it.
Hey, I'm serious.
Hey, I like that list, okay, T?
Yeah.
To do is a holy list. So
Yeah.
is
there one more?
Nah,
Is that 4 or 5?
that was Tamala Man, Marvin Sapp, Drizzy.
I put Lil Drake in there.
Yeah, and then Maverick City. So that was 5. Kevin, what are you gonna give her?
I thought you gave her 6 because she said Tasha Cobb, right?
No,
it's all good. But Coach,
Tasha
what we
Cobb.
like to do, we like to rank everybody's top 5. The highest you can get is 10. But when anybody puts gospel
and Tasha
in their top 5
Cobb,
and Tasha Cobb, there is no way I'm giving you anything less than 10. Matter of fact, we give you the highest that you can get. Give her the 24. Give her the Mamba, B.
Nice.
Dang, Coach, we've had a run. We gotta tag her in. We gotta tag Tasha Leonard Cobb in this game. Man. We've had like literally over the last 2 months, we probably had, I want to say over 10. 10 people have came on. 10 people have come on the show in the last 2 months and said Tasha. So she doing something.
She
Oh,
owe us something, B. Jones. She got to shoot us something. All right,
Matter of fact, hold on. Hold on. Don't get me started now. I love this woman. Do it anyway. Period. She her new book. Go.
we definitely chopping this up, B.
Yeah.
For real.
I love her.
All right, so Coach, who is your favorite superhero and why?
Y'all gonna get a lot of answers from me that go along with the word of God. It's gonna be Jesus.
I knew it.
Sorry. I love me some Jesus.
He is a superhero too.
Yeah.
Was healing people from laying hands, but I will say in the Marvel world, I'm a big Marvel girl, so I'll say my favorite superhero out of that universe probably is Doctor Strange, because his story is real. You know, he got to that wreck, lost use of his hands, and he had to find it in his inner. He didn't get anything else like crazy, like the Hulk. He didn't have none of that craziness like Captain America. He was just a real human being that had something crazy happen to him. He came back, he turned into a superhero because of his mind. So
he didn't get bit by no spider.
At all. Not Spider-Man whatsoever. That man was a regular human being. He was a doctor, successful. He flipped it all around though. So I love his story. So yeah, I love that one. He's my favorite.
All right, Mr. Strange. We see coaches as superheroes. That's why we asked that question. And you know, Dr. Strange has his own theme music. So what would your theme song be?
Ooh. I would probably, today I was cracking up because I literally was listening to Michael Jackson during Cage Camp, so it's a little kids camp, and Michael Jackson's Bad came on. So I think that would be my theme song if I walked in as a superhero.
A funny fact with that, did y'all know that Prince was supposed to be on that song?
I'm bad.
That surprised me.
You know I'm bad.
He heard the first line. You know, the first line, your butt is mine. He was like, now whose butt? So you got to go and Google it. And Prince was like, once he heard that line, he was like, nah, I'm out.
Wow.
I sent it to you. I actually found it online. I'll send it to y'all. But yeah, he was like, nah, I'm done with that.
It
All
wouldn't
right.
be the first part, but definitely.
Yeah, well, no, we totally get it. Oh, this is a clean show. I just wanted to put that out there.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
All right, Coach. So what is something that basketball has taught you that you can use when you're not on the court?
We're getting into the nitty gritty. I would say that basketball has taught me resilience. I would like to say that my attribute that I've learned from it, from all the injuries and the things I went through freshman year and just growing into who I have become now, is it's really taught me how to come back from losses, taught me how to come back from injuries after injury after injury. and like I had my Achilles injury. That was a big one after basketball, and then being able to be a coach. It's just very much resiliency. So I would say that's what it's taught me.
All right, B and I, we're going to produce a movie that's centered around you. The one thing that we're missing is a lead actress. Who should we get to play you in the story of your life?
You know, I love me some lovely basketball. I'm going to go with Zana Lathan.
Yes, Sanaa Lathan. God. Oh.
You can never go wrong with her, B. Jones, on anything.
Yes, love that woman.
Me too.
Yeah. I think that's
we might have the same complexion, but
different reason.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Coach. So this is probably the most important question that we asked during our initiation. B. Jones and I would love to travel. When we travel, we got to eat. So we come down there before one of your games. What's that one food spot we going to, and what's your go-to meal there?
We going to Hank's. Hank's is an amazing, it's a Black-owned business. And it's wings. It's like soul food. The wings are fire. I get the honey lemon pepper wings, the fried wings. I would eat there. Me and the coaches were eating there every Tuesday. If I could eat there, because they have a wing special. It's like $7 for some wings and some fries. On Tuesday. So if you come down on a Tuesday.
Do y'all play on Tuesdays? Y'all play on Tuesdays?
No, we play on Thursday and Saturday, but they have a wing special on the Tuesday. But if
so you said we're going to stay there. We're going to stay. Yeah, we're going to stay there for
days just so we get the $7 wings, B.
These honey lemon pepper joints. That sounds absolutely delicious too.
Shout out Hanks.
Shout out to Hanks.
B. John, we just got to go on a Thursday. We can't take advantage of the $7. We going on a Thursday.
Hanks, I think Hank could throw us some love. Hank, you'll throw us a couple of dollars off that 10-piece so we can come in on a Thursday.
Might.
That sounds absolutely amazing. All right, so now it is time for the You Got Next offering. We're passing our collection plates around and asking you to hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like this video, leave us your top 5 music artists, your theme song, and your favorite superhero in the comments. Finally, go to our website, sltyougotnext.com, to learn more about us and the other You Got Next family members. Now allow me to turn over to B as we learn more about our newest play cousin, Coach Katrina Christian. So B. Jones, go ahead and take it away, brother.
We are having a ton of fun today. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't think we were going to have this much fun, but we are. And we appreciate everybody out there for hanging out with us and watching this show today. But we appreciate you, Coach Christian, for coming on the show and telling your amazing story. Now, I got Kevin normally call you out, but I got to call out, Kevin. We've been trying to get Coach Christian on when she was a player. This has been a 3-year recruitment to try to get.
Remember, B, she got hurt.
Yep, that's what it was.
That's what it was.
It's always been good reason. It was you hurt, then she had moving. I know it's always been good. I just want to set the stage that this is something that this has been part of our original plan for the last 3 years to have this amazing, talented young lady on the show. So let's tell them your story, Coach. Let's take them back to Cartersville. I mean, let's go to Indiana. Let's turn it up. Tell us, when did you fall in, speaking of Sanaa Lathan, when did you fall in love with the game of basketball?
Oh, amazing question. So I grew up in a really small rural area. And so meaning that I was kind of like the only Black person. And if you see, I'm very fair skinned. So, but Black is Black. And so, I grew up, and so I had to find something that was going to take away from the attention to my skin tone. So people would just, okay, she might be Black. That might be the truth, but she could hoop for real. So this started in, I want to say 6th grade. My grandparents, not 6th grade, 6 years old. My grandparents put me in a league called Enter His Court. So it's a church basketball league. And I just loved the game. And so they used to call me the Hurricane because obviously Katrina is Katrina Hurricane. Sorry. But yeah, they used to call me the Hurricane.
About that, but I said, it's gonna be somebody get mad at us for calling you Hurricane Katrina. But I've had that nickname forever. So whatever, they used to call me that. And so then what was crazy about this journey is I became a dancer.
out of nowhere. And so, yeah, you were talking about a little bit of footwork. That's where I got it from. So I was a competitive dancer, and then my coach came up to me 6th grade year. I was looking at like track records, and he was like, "You need to play basketball." And I was like, I think I want to go to Juilliard and go dance, because that was like the big thing back when we were Camp Rock and High School Musical. All those shows were out when I was younger.
But you still kind of young, Coach. Like you still knew, like Camp Rock. Like that's my daughter joint. You know what I'm talking about? Demi Lovato. Okay, come on, let's go.
Yeah, so basically where it started was my grandfather was a basketball coach. He was the basketball coach at my high school. And he literally grew up country, southern rural area in the cornfield, in a gravel driveway on a concrete basketball court with the basketball goal mounted to the garage. And my grandpa would take me out in like this heat and would not let me leave. Like he taught me everything about my shot. He taught me everything about handling the basketball, the inside and outs of the game. And so we used to just put in work. Like he'd be like, don't release when you're on the way down. You release on the way up. So he would make me do reps after reps after reps. And then after games, he would bring me in, and he'd be like, "You had a good game, but you sucked at this." Like he was one of those that was like very blunt. And he was like, "Oh, you scored 20 points, but you let so-and-so score 21. And I was like, "Okay, my bad, Grandpa." So really, that's where I learned the love of the game. That's when I picked it up again. 6th grade was really like 6 years old. And then 6th grade was really like, all right, we taking off of this thing. And I literally been holding on to it ever since.
So I gotta ask, because I sometimes will follow up from the initiation. Now your whole family is white, but you like, how did that explain to me the genetics of what's going on in Cartersville?
So everybody asked me this question. So my mom is my biological mother. She's white. And so my biological dad, I don't really call him dad. But
okay,
he was never really in my life, but he was the reason for why I'm black. So my biological dad was black. And so that's where I get the blackness from. But my mom, they were not married, but basically my mom remarried. And I've been calling my stepdad, who is literally my dad since I was 3 months old, 6 months old, 6 months old. And so he stepped in, took over, and I grew up with his family and my mom's family. So all of people in one. Okay. So we grew up on my grandfather's land, which was my dad's grandpa. And so, yeah, they took me in, and that's why my whole family is white.
Well, we're going to remember that, because that's part of your superhero story right there. You know what I'm talking about? We think every coach is a superhero. So we're going to touch on that in just 1 second. But I got to get you, because you're talking about, you scored 20 points. Like, you was a dog in high school. I mean, you went nuts up there in Cartersville High. I mean, you took the team to like the sectionals championship and stuff. Y'all were monsters. So when did you realize that you was a GOAT like that you could go hard? You can go hard with this basketball game and really make a difference on both ends of the court.
Wow. So my 8th grade year, this is such an amazing question. I can literally tell you guys that I put a chair out and I literally sat in front of all the awards, and I literally sat there. I think at the time I must have been talking to God, but God knew what the goal was. And I was like, I'm going to break every single one of these records. And this is 8th grade year. And I just sat there like this. And I sat there for like 30 minutes, just staring at the records. Like, I'm getting every single one of these. This is where the goal is. This is why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, my grandfather has taught me everything I need to know about the game. You know, this is what I want to do. And so freshman year, sophomore year, I was good. Junior year, I was really, really good. Then my senior year was really like, yo, we got to turn this thing up for real. So I ended up becoming the leading scorer in school history in men's or girls and boys basketball. I think I had 1,665 points, scored 620 of those my senior year. And I broke the single season scoring record. I was a all conference kid, all state kid. I was a top 60 kid, basketball kid. I ended up with 665 points. I don't know, my dad went to me. And then 800 plus rebounds. at 5'6".
Who's counting, right? 616, 65.3.
Something like that. I don't know, but it's close. So yeah, that's where I got all my juice from. I was like, okay, I can actually do a little something with this basketball.
So you getting these buckets, you was an absolute monster on the court. But I know everybody's wondering, like, so how did this transpire within 6 years from graduating to now you are going into your second year of coaching? And if anybody's following you right now, they got to go watch your IG page, because your story, I'm not going to really dig into your story and some of those things that you had going on from a personal, but literally you had a superhero beginning. Like you just talked about, no father present. You talked about injuries. There was other things from a mental health aspect and things of that nature that they got to dig into your story to kind of learn a little bit more about. But it wasn't easy to get here. Like, you literally had to fight tooth and nail, stride for stride, inch by inch, just to get here in front of the camera right now. Like, you look beautiful in every picture. You smiling, but nobody would ever know that there was a literal Hurricane Katrina going on in your life throughout these last 23 to 24 years. So tell us, when did the decision to become a coach, and how tumultuous has this journey been for you?
Woo! If you don't mind,
show us.
I don't want to talk forever, but I'll try to give you the condensed version. So like I said, I had a lot of success. Senior year, I was on a high. I was like, yo, I'm her. You know how they say that, I'm her. I don't know, my players, they say that all the time. Or she did her big one. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I was on a high when I left. And I got recruited Division I. And so I was like, okay, cool. Well, the coaches ended up getting fired, the ones that recruited me. And so when I went to the D1, the new coaches, I didn't fit into the system. I was a scorer, and their system was very systematic, set screen, let them, the typical ones that they wanted to handle the ball, we're going to handle the ball and get the points. I was pretty much, they wanted me to be a role player, and I was like, that's not my job, and that is not how I was. That's just not how I play. I needed to play in a system that was go. Let me get the ball. I'm scoring this thing. Like, what are we doing? And so I didn't fit the system, and I also didn't really mesh with them well. And so I had a very what's the word for this? There's been a lot of resilience at this place, I will say. And I did, it's on my Instagram, so I'm not huge. I'm not like, oh my gosh, please don't talk about. But yeah, I did lose track of my priorities because of that, because I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not dealing with basketball no more. I'm done. Like, y'all can have it. I'm good. So I got into a relationship per usual, and I made some poor mistakes and decisions, and I ended up getting pregnant and losing. Not when I was pregnant, but I ended up getting pregnant, had an ectopic pregnancy, and lost a child my freshman year. And because of that, because it wasn't normal, so I don't want anybody on here to think that, like, yeah, but definitely wasn't, it was a health scare. So it definitely was like life or death. So I had to make a decision, and I obviously didn't want to go that route. So I went through a lot of mental health, a lot of like depression, suicidal thoughts. I had to come back from a lot my freshman year, and I didn't know if I even wanted to play again after that. So I went through a lot, and I realized at that moment, it wasn't necessarily, something sparked like, I want to be a coach. But I knew at that moment, I don't ever want to be under a coach that treated me the way that I was treated in a low moment, the way that I was there, the way I was treated there, and not trying to say anything bad or poor about them. I understand the business aspect of things, and I understand now on the coaching side of things that things are different and there's a different perspective. And I do understand, things happen for the reason they did. And so basically, I'll truthfully say it was like went to JUCO, had an amazing coach, went to Rogers State, played under a coach that I've known since I was a sophomore in high school, who was amazing. And then from there, I graduated, went to Langston. Didn't really have an amazing experience there. HBCU, I've been at, I grew up with all white family. I was at Eastern Illinois University. So that was kind of like a culture shock for me in general, because I've never been around people who look like me. But then once I went to HBCU, I had good coaches, but it was just like once I tore my Achilles, it was like I wasn't done playing. I wasn't done playing. My 6th year, I played 6 years of college basketball, y'all. I was not done playing, and I was like, yeah, I'm Kobe. I'm coming back from this. I'm KD. I'm coming back from this Achilles. Boy, I'm coming back from this. I don't care what y'all say. Year 7, let's go. See you on a court next November. Like, I was on that. Like, I was like, I'm coming back. And so this is when I was really growing in my faith. And so the Lord was like, no. And I was like, what do you mean, no? He's like, no, you're done. And I'm like, okay. So I was done. And I went into a completely different field. Like, I got my degree in communications, and I talk a lot. So got my degree in communications. Then I went and got a job in the medical field. And I was like, why am I in the medical field? So crazy story. My job orientation got moved 2 weeks out. And I was supposed to have orientation that next Monday once I got hired. I get a call from my old assistant coach, Taj Emanuel, and she was at Rogers State when I was playing, and she was like, hey, Kat, do you still want to be a GA? I said, yes, ma'am, I do, because at the time I only had one GA opportunity was in Iowa at a community college, and I was like, maybe I'm not moving to Iowa. There is nothing out there for me. And like I said, I grew up in a rural community. Like that's not how I am. I'm like a city girl at heart. Not a city girl like city girls, but like I like the city. So yeah, but I like the city. I like to be around places where I can go have fun and then go and not in the cornfield, doing all the country stuff. No. So basically, she calls me, hey, you want a GA position? I was like, sure. Where at? So right before this, I had been looking at apartments in Edmond. I was like, I want to move to Edmond. And I guarantee you, apparently the Lord heard me when I said I want to move to Edmond. And Coach Brown calls me, head coach here. He's like, hey, Kat, Coach Manuel called me. Mind you, Coach Manuel was the assistant coach or a graduate assistant coach under him at Texas A&M Commerce. So basically, she put me in the door here. I get there, have my interview, which was like 7 hours long because we had a recruit that day when I came in for my interview, and I had Langston attire on. So I was like, what is going on? So then he hires me, and I'm like, my biggest thing was like, am I going to get paid? And he's like, you'll get your school and everything paid for, but you won't really have a job. So I was like, God, are you for real? Like, you're putting me in a position to not make money again, and I'm grown. Like, I've been doing this. Like, I've been playing college basketball. I need a little bit of money in my pocket. Like, what are we doing? And God was like, wait. So he put me in the position, and now I'm a coach here. Literally, when I was going a completely different direction, and God was like, you're done with basketball, but here, you're not really done with basketball. I'm going to open this door up for you, and here you are as a coach. And it has been absolutely insane because I never would have thought that I would have been a coach, because I was like, absolutely not. I'm done with basketball. But when I tore my Achilles, the love of the game and it getting taken from me in such a like drastic, abrupt manner, I was basically like, yeah, I'm not done. And God knew my heart wasn't done, but he put me in a position to be able to still pour in the way that he knew that I wanted to pour in without actually having to be on the floor and sacrificing my body anymore. So it was good. So that was a long story, but that's how it all kind of came into fruition. So
what have you learned so far, 2 years into your coaching journey? What have you learned about yourself so far?
One, that I need to grow up. So I like I said, I have been in college. I was in college like for 6 years around people. I'm 24 trying to hoop my last year around 18, 19, 20, 21, 22-year-olds. My mindset, when you get in an environment and you're around that every day, my mindset was shifted to like kind of childlike. So when I came here and I got around 27, 42, 30, 31, and all the people who are older than me, and I'm actually having a job where I'm like having to show up and all these different things, I'm like, okay, I can't carry myself this way that I used to carry myself at this HBCU. I can't carry myself, out here doing whatever, because at the end of the day, I represent OC. And I was like, I have to grow up. And so the biggest thing that I did was like really grow up. Being here is that I've seen like so much growth in me. But I've learned that coaches deserve their freaking flowers. Okay.
When we say superheroes, we mean it. Y'all are superheroes.
Yes. People don't understand, like, the tangibles, but the intangible stuff, the things that people don't see that we do for athletes, it's huge. And I'm not saying I don't love it, because this is my calling. This is the purpose that I am stepped into, and I love it. But the things that I've learned is like really being able to understand that I'm always going to have to be on. Like there is no off. Like people always see me. Yes, people always see me, you know, like I'm always smiling, but you would never know that a hurricane's going on. That's what I want. That's what I want people to know, because I am always on. Like I am always like very cheerful, energetic, enthusiastic, ready to go. There are times where I'm like, okay, I'm tired of myself. I need to sit down. Like, girl, sit down. And so, but no, I learned a lot about like being proactive, being productive, also being a player and having like, you know, having my old teammates, and I, you know, coming from kind of a toxic like environment, because it can happen with women and teammates. And so coming from that, I kind of was like, I don't really, y'all are like just kind of like teammates. And I was like, I'm a coach now. I, you know, had to step into a role and be like, what is it? Authoritative in my stance, instead of like trying to be like, okay, hey girl, you know, like I am, but still to a point of like, okay, there's a boundary now between me and you, understanding that this is a level of professionalism, and that I don't have to bring what happened to me in my past to these young ladies who literally have their own things that they're looking at me and looking at me in my position and looking at me as like necessarily a mentor, but also somebody that shares the same skin tone as you in this profession. And so I had to really learn like, okay, I'm the coach and they're the player. And so I learned a lot about really just like systems, really learning like the game inside and out, like really how to be a coach, because I didn't know how. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm a coach. I do this. I have the label. I'm posting my graphic, not knowing like that's not all it is, Kat. It's not about pictures and being pretty and the title. It's about, you know, I can be pretty and have a smile and do these different things, but like, what do you know? You know? So that's what I was like, I want to be known for that coach, that she's pretty, but she actually knows what she's talking about. Sit down and have a conversation. So yeah, that's a little bit about that.
I love it. I love it. Coach, we got to bring you back on that show once you get a permanent assistant coach job, like when you get your next home. We got to do this again. That time went by so fast. As a matter of fact, I mean, it like ran through. I do want you real quickly though, Coach, 60 seconds or less. I need you to plug us on OCC. You down with OCC?
Oh, you know me.
What's going on at OCC? What are we going to expect out of this women's basketball hoops team?
Hey, one thing, we got some dogs on this team. So I don't care. You look at the record. You can look at the record before that. You can look at everything else that happened and transpired last year. But just get ready, because we about to compete. We about to contend. We about to be on a run this year. We got some solid transfers, some solid freshmen coming in. I need everybody to be tuned. I got another GA, and she from North Texas, and a post player. So y'all better be ready for the post to be eating. We got development, we got pieces on this team, coaching staff wise and player wise. We about to make a run this year, and I'm super excited. So don't count us out yet, because we gonna find a way. Okay.
Hey, speaking of eating, I want some of that honey lemon pepper at Hank's.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait to come back.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm still excited about that part of the show. All right, Coach. Well, we got to leave them inspired. If they not excited, if they not already watching you and checking this story, I promise you, I'm gonna plug it again. Please go to her IG page. Listen to this young lady's story. It is dynamic. It'll give you a whole different perspective as you watch this show again and understand where she's coming from. But Coach, we talk about the future. Me and Kevin, we love the past, but the past is only what got us here. We want to talk about the future. The title is You Got Next. What is up next for you, Coach Katrina Christian?
Woo! Okay. I plan to be at OC as long as Brown lets me. Because there's a moment where I was playing basketball when my coach told me, he was like, Kat, I would love to have you back, but I think that there's bigger opportunities for you. So until Coach Brown tells me, like, Kat, I truthfully think like I have opportunity for you and I think you should take it, I will be here rocking with them, rocking with Coach Chris. My loyalty belongs to that man, to this program, to OC. I don't really have future plans to go elsewhere at the moment. I know that when a door opens up and when God tells me to, that's what I'll step into. But what I love, to coach at, I love the Division II. Would I love to be at a D1 one day? Sure. Yes, I would love to. My mom would love for me to come closer to home in Indiana. But my goal right now is like, it's not really about, the future. My goal is to be successful wherever I put my feet, wherever my hands are touching will be successful. And so that's really where, right now my focus is on this year, on these players, on this staff. What can I do to be better? How can I pour in? How can I represent Jesus in the best way possible, especially for OC and our Christian community? What can I do to tie in student life and the rest of the campus in with athletics? How can I be a bridge to a gap in minorities and things of that nature? Like, hey, Coach Kat is amazing. I want to come to OC. What are things that I can do to help better this, not even the school, but even the city, our program, everything like that, just making an impact wherever I go. And so, like I said, it's really up to God. I can't really give you a future plan. Would I like to do what I like to do? Yes. But would God also tell me no? Yes, he will. So until he tells me that I need to move on from OC, I will definitely be sitting here, volunteer assistant coaching, working in housing, and, making this program, like putting Edmond on the map, putting OC on the map. Not Edmond, UCO. Go, love them over there. But no, I'm talking about Oklahoma Christian. We putting Oklahoma Christian on the map. It's a diamond in the rough. It deserves the flowers that it deserves. And while I'm here, it's going to get that. So, yeah.
All right, Coach, you have any shout outs you want to give?
Shout outs. Hey, Mom. Shout out to my mom. Shout out to my people back in Cartersville, my grandma Sue, all my grandmas, all my family, my dad, my brother. Shout out to them. Shout out to the coaches. Y'all know who you are. Coach Pitts from Rogers State, Coach Bent, Rogers State, Coach C, Coach Manuel. Obviously the staff I work with now. Shout out to God. First of all, I would not be anywhere without God. Thank you, God, for getting me here on the show to meet these people too. They've been amazing. But really, shout outs my friends in my community, my church, TBR. Thank you for allowing me to grow as a woman. So I really appreciate that. And in my spiritual life. Other than that, if I'm missing somebody, Lord help me. I'm sorry, y'all. But everybody knows I love them. And so other than that, that's my shout out. That's all I got.
All right, so this is the part of the show where you get a chance to call the person that you think should have next. Tell them, hey, I got a chance to rock with B. Jones and KT. I told them my story, and I want you to do the same thing. With that said, Coach, who are you calling out? Who should have next?
Who should have next? I was trying to get Coach Pitts to get on here. You met Coach Pitts. I was
about to say we already been working on some recruitment, ain't we? We already got one.
I think we can get her. I think we're gonna get her.
Yeah, I would. She's not gonna want me to. I'll be like, I would shout out Coach Ashley Pitts from Rogers State University. That is an amazing woman. She's my mentor. She's a friend. She has seen me before I got here. It's probably great that y'all didn't call me 2 years ago. So 2 or 3 years ago, she is a huge reason for why I am the woman I am today. And she's just a light. She means the world to me. If I call her, she picks up. So I'm shouting out that woman that's been coaching, and she's more than a coach. She's literally everything. So yeah, I'm shouting out that woman.
All right, Coach Pitts. Kevin, we ain't never been to Rogers State, so it's with great honor I say, Coach Pitts, you are officially on the clock. Let the world know that you are up next. We're going to tap in with you, and we got to get you on the show in the year of the mama. That's right, in the next 6 months. We got to get you on the show, Coach, so we can tell your incredible story and just learn about you, and you put us all on game. But Coach Katrina Christian, Hurricane Katrina, you got next. You are the truth. You are so genuine. You are so authentic, down to earth. You are gorgeous. But more importantly, it's on the inside, Coach. You are just an amazing individual. You are doing big things and accomplishing big dreams. You are extraordinary. You are elite. You are WOG. She know what the WOG mean. You deserve a yeet. Oh my God, I love this show. Wop. They not like us. Let's go. We need all y'all at OCC to turn up. Show us some love. Y'all know what y'all got to do. We want to thank all of y'all for watching another fire episode of Sports Life Talks. You got next. It means so much to us. We don't do this without you. And so we hope that we can put a smile on somebody's face today. If it's just one, that means we did our job. But we need that one person. We need all of y'all to take this and multiply this, the SLT army. We need y'all right now to smash that subscribe button and then commence to sharing this joint. Send this show out to as many people as you possibly can for two reasons. One, OC needs a voice. They need to be put out there on the map. And number two, this story is dynamic. This young lady has something to give to the community that I promise you, you can't get this off Netflix. You can't get this off Netflix. You got to get it right here on Sports Life Talk Nation. Tap in with us. We drop content all the time. KT and I, we are tirelessly working just so we can give you guys some amazing content, any platform that you so choose. And if you want to be on the show, Coach Pitts got a golden invite, right? But there, we want to extend that same golden invite to anybody that's got next. Go to our website, SLT. You got next. It's right there on the screen if you're watching this, but if you're listening to us, it's SLTYouGotNext.com. Click on the nominate tab and tell us a little bit about yourself, why you feel like you got next, and we would love to audition you for an opportunity to be on the show. And for all my podcast junkies, Coach Christian, you always in the car. You recruiting all over the world, all over the country. So you constantly in the car checking out young ladies and they game. So for all of my podcast junkies out there, download this show as well as up to 600 other shows in the audio format, wherever you listen to your podcast, whether that's Spotify, Apple, and it don't matter if you're in the car, the kitchen, the weight room, the gym, wherever you sit back chilling, you can keep the laughs, the energy, and the stories and the inspiration going forward and take You Got Next on the road. Kevin, another good one, man. Wow,
yes, it was.
Wow. I love this show. I love this show, man. Let's go home, brother.
Coach, thank you so much for rocking with us. Whatever you need from us, please let us know, and we got your back.
Hey, I love being here. Thank you for inviting me. This was an amazing experience. I didn't know what to expect, but I'm so thankful that even 2 years later, y'all still invited me and did close me off, because I appreciate 3 years. Sorry, 3. Sorry, y'all. But yes, I appreciate it. You guys were amazing. And I'll definitely make sure to push people your way when I can.
You know I'm back. You know it, I'm back. The whole world, I don't even know what Mike be saying. Tell you what to get. Who's back? Sports Life Talk Nation, we love y'all. Stay safe, be blessed, respect each other, and love one another, because together we are better. And keep dreaming big, because you never know. Your story may be the next one featured on Sports Life Talks. You got next. Yeet!
I knew you had next, cause you always working, you always grinding, you're in your bag cause you're always working. Like in due time, I knew you got next. Oh, you did it, huh? Crack the code. You got next, you smashing goals. You want next, you need exposure. Well, Sports Like Talk got the baddest show, like the baddest in the room. Podcast to tune into just for you to talk your shit. Talk your mushroom. You are what you eat and you should consume. Sports Like Talk from the late night to the afternoon, then rest repeat. Hit the like, leave a comment, or subscribe so you don't miss a beat. You got next is a small taste of a winning meal from a chef type of celebrity. What's up next is you, at least you better be. Yeah, you got next, yeah. I can feel it, you're a winner just like me. You got next, and what comes next? Tune in next time and you'll see. Cause if you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you're just like me. If you got next, yeah, if you got next, then you know where to be. I'm talking Sports Life, talking this. Yeah. Sports Life, talking this.